Since January of this year, we have provided both insight and information on what we believe is the wrongful conviction of two innocent men. But our information has led to questions about how Michigan State Police, the State Attorney General Bill Schuete's office, and Newaygo County Prosecutor Bob Springstead built their case against Skip and Paul Jones with no physical evidence 25 years after Shannon's body was found. Why did these trained, licensed criminal justice professionals rely so heavily on an obsessed, untrained, unlicensed civilian, Amy Bonner, for so much of their information?
She told me that she worked with the Newaygo County State Police, and now looking back, that makes me mad.
Did Bonner's personal relationship with the chief drive her to look only at statements that made the brothers look guilty? Never mind that there was no real proof against the Jones boys. Bonner pressed Jenny, mother of Skip's children, for hours, looking for abuse that wasn't real.
We fought like crazy all the time, and they liked that. They said they wanted to use that to make him look bad, and that's exactly what they told me.
Jenny says the prosecution team berated her for asking a simple question. She was employed by the U.S. Army at the time, but when the trial took her away from an assignment, the colonel she worked for needed her back. The prosecutor's response?
I don't give a fuck about your colonel. This is capital murder. Can you at least say something to my colonel that you still need me here? Yeah, that's your fucking business. I ain't doing nothing.
Prosecutors also fought to admit the testimony of Ron King, uncle to the Jones brothers. He claimed to hear the boys say incriminating things about assaulting a woman, but the jury didn't know ex-convict Ron King, accused child molester, convicted drug dealer to teenagers.
He did a lot of LSD. A lot of LSD. He did it and sold it. Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Did these witnesses really see the Jones boys holding an injured Shannon in the forest? Well, there's growing evidence their story was made up. 16 days of testimony, the Jones family has concerns about what every prosecution witness had to say.
All of the people that popped up 25 years after this happened changed their story. The only people that haven't changed their story are Paul and Skip.
I can tell you, that in my heart, I know not just because they're related to me, but I don't believe any of those kids had anything to do with it.
They're incarcerated for the death of Shannon Siders, and they did not do this. This is a wrongful conviction.
It's a tragedy. It's terrible. This young woman lost her life, and was beaten to death. But this tragedy's been compounded by sending Matt and Paul to prison for doing this.
A tragedy for the innocent brothers in prison, compounded further by the fact that Shannon Siders' killer or killers have not been identified. There is so much more to this story, so every couple of weeks we will expand the conversation and change our format to what is known as a podcast like this one. There, we can further expand and hear more about what the family has to say about their contention that this was a wrongful conviction of Matthew and Paul Jones.